Question from Lindsay Huddleston.
Yes, I'm sorry. Hey, Jay, congratulations on the win. Coach Izzo has given you a new title, assistant coach, without the pay. But when you were out, before you came back, did you envision that you would be taking on such a vocal role as like a leader of your team, or did this just kind of morph based on the needs of the team?
I think was a mixture of both. I just think that, kind of my makeup as a person, but also just how my teammates see me as well. I didn't elect myself as a captain; my teammates did, and I think that's a big honor. So, but it's also a big responsibility. And so I just think that, Coach he's one of the greatest leaders that I've ever been around. I think he's one of the greatest leaders to ever live. It may be a little biased, but this is my opinion. I'm with him every day. So, just being around him and also being around my teammates, those guys, looking to me, it helps me be encouraged to step up and lead. And so that's, tonight I really just wanted to come out and just keep a good attitude. That's something that we talked about as a team. Regardless of what happens, regardless of what we see, keep a good attitude. And that's, that's what I wanted to do personally. And I think that's what we wanted to do as a team. And I feel like when you do that, the right results will follow.
Great. Thank you for that.
Next, we'll go to Chris Solari.
Hey, Josh, you mentioned about the attitude. I guess in those first 10 minutes of the first half, what do you feel the attitude of the team was before you kind of fell into that lineup that really seemed to gel? And I guess what was the attitude after you saw that?
So you said that last part again?
What was the attitude like after everything, after the shots started falling for you guys?
Well, I think that's the thing. You don't want to have your attitude based upon results, because if your attitude is based upon results, you'll be just like this. What we wanted to do, we wanted to be consistent regardless of what we seen, and that's what that was our mindset. And it was easy. It would have been easy for us to just throw in the towel when they made that run early on in the first half. But to everybody's credit, we stayed solid and we kept the right attitude. Attitude is not necessarily about you not feeling something, but it's about you controlling your response based upon that feeling. And, that's what we wanted to do. And I feel like we did a pretty good job of it tonight.
As a follow with that, I was going to say, as a follow with that grouping you had where you were bringing up the ball quite a bit, I guess, what did you see in that group, the versatility maybe that you guys had that allowed you guys to go on that run to get back in?
What I've seen is just everybody just trying to win. Obviously, that's not something that I've played in the past here, but, at the end of the day, like I said earlier, in the previous question, I'm just trying to be here to help my teammates win. And I think at this point, everybody, has one goal. We had that goal consistently, but everybody is honing in even more on the goal of just doing your job, but doing it for each other. The saying that Coach had throughout the whole pregame and even before today was the word connected. And that's what we wanted to be. And I feel like that's what we did.
Next, we'll go to Brendan Quinn.
Josh, we were told earlier that you've even called some plays in some huddles. Wonder if you have any examples of anything you dialed up today.
Everybody was pitching in today. It's just some things I've seen. It wasn't even just offensively, but also defensively as well. That I kind of spoke on. But, like I said before, everybody's just trying to do their job. And, when your back is against the wall and when you feel like your back is against the wall, it's okay to feel the feeling of wanting to quit, but it's not okay to embrace that feeling and quit. And I think nobody has quit and everybody's been trying to pitch in. And so, with that coming of me, throwing in, pitching in plays, it's just me just trying to pitch in for the team and, help where I can.
You're the only senior on this team. I wonder what you thought or how your teammates might have responded to what Tom said earlier this week about these last few weeks kind of being an audition for next year. You're not coming back, but I imagine other people, players would kind of, I don't know, have to interpret what he said in some way or another.
Can you repeat that question? I'm not getting the full understanding.
You're obviously the only senior on the team. Tom said earlier this week to us, that the last few games are auditions
Yeah.
for everyone else. I wonder how you think your teammates might have interpreted that.
I mean, I think they interpreted well. Everybody, like I said, as much as we're talking, next year has been brought up, we're still here. And I think everybody's trying to focus in on, just taking it one game at a time and being present in each moment and just giving all you got. And, that's all coach is asking for. He's asking for us to give all we have. He's not asking us to be perfect. He's just asking us to be consistent. And so, that's what he asks for us. That's what he's always asked of his players. And I think, that's what we're kind of growing into. And I think we've seen some of that tonight.
Thank you, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Apologies for the poorly worded question.
Huh?
All right, we have time for one more. We'll go to Graham Couch for our last question.
Josh, wanted to ask you about Rocket Watts, and he seemed to me is maybe as connected or fitting as well as he had. I think Tom Izzo said the game came to him. He's had a couple of good practices. As somebody who is, and he talked about your influence on him a little bit. I'm wondering what you have said to him and what you've seen from him as he tries to emerge what's been kind of a nightmarish season, and why he looked different today.
Well, I mean, I think one thing about Rocket is that he's a fighter. He's not going to give up. And he's somebody who's always going to keep giving his all, regardless of what is going on. And I think that just speaks volumes to his character, that he hasn't thrown in the towel, that he hasn't, folded. I think it's really easy, especially in this time, this time of how the season is going right now, with COVID and all the other things that's happening. And then you're seeing other players kind of maybe throwing in the towel. It's easy to quit right now, but Rocket hasn't quit. He's continuously come to practice and he's continuously giving his all. And I think, tonight was just a part of, him reaping a reward of just continuously enduring and persevering.
Having to play so many minutes, does that help a guy like him get into a comfort place? And I mean, how different did he look to you than he has some other nights tonight?
Man, he looked calm tonight. And I think I heard Coach talk about it earlier, but he had one of his best practices that I've seen as well since I've been here. And I was here last year. I didn't get to play with him, but I was here. And so I think it just speaks to his maturity and how he's learning. And, him being out there more on the court, of course, I think that gives him a better flow. But at the end of the day, I think Rocket's focus is just trying to do the best he can for the team so we can, reach our full potential.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Josh, appreciate your time tonight.
All right. Thank you, guys.